Ciao from Al and Tony and Alba's Pizza. Today's tiramisu moment is on the famous cheese of Italy, the Gorgonzola.
Gorgonzola is one of the cheeses that's in the group called blue cheeses because it's distinct veins that go through the Gorgonzola. Other cheeses that are that way, and there's plenty of them throughout the world, but in America, you have Point Reyes Blue in California. You have Hook's Blue Paradise Blue Cheese in Wisconsin. Great Heel Blue, located out of Massachusetts. Probably you've heard of it, Maytag Blue Cheese, and that's made in Iowa. You also have an Amish blue cheese, a Danish blue cheese, a Stilton, which is European, and also an Oregon blue, which is made out of Rogue Creamery in Oregon. But the two most famous cheeses that we know as blue cheeses, Roquefort and of course Gorgonzola. The story about how Gorgonzola, Roquefort, or any blue cheese was made is kind of fun, interesting, and has to do with love. Supposedly, a boy had a sheep cheese sandwich and he was eating it in the cave. All of a sudden, a beautiful girl walked by the cave. So he left the cheese sandwich and took out after her. After a few months, he went back to the cave and realized the sandwich was there. He opened it up and saw these veins running through the cheese. He tasted the cheese and loved it, and that's how blue cheese started. The difference between Roquefort and Gorgonzola is that Roquefort is a sheep-based cheese. It's a lot sharper, but mellower in the vein flavor. Unlike Italy, Gorgonzola is a pasteurized cow's milk, so it's a little not as sharp in the cheese size. So the veins, the spore, the taste of that bacteria, spores that grow, that flavor is a lot more pronounced in a Gorgonzola than a Roquefort. Gorgonzola was made in Gorgonzola, Italy, which is just outside of Milan, about the 11th century. But now many cities in northern Italy take pride on making the Gorgonzola. Gorgonzola is now produced, as I said, in northern Italy, usually in the Piedmont or the Lombardy region. It is protected by the Italian government, and its term is called DOP, Protected Geographical Status, which means it can only be produced in this area. Gorgonzola can be anywhere from creamy to a little salty, can be crumbly. There's two types of Gorgonzola. Gorgonzola Dolce, which is a sweeter, and Gorgonzola Natural, which is usually the ones that we get and is put into sauces, polentas, and such. The cow's milk is warmed up, and then they add bacteria to it. And then they add the spore from the mold of a Bacillus glaucum. Whey is taken off of the top of the milk. It's formed into their balls or rounds, curing in a very low temperature. Curing of this ball of cheese is about 4 to 5 months, but 1 month in, they take metal tongs or forks, push them all the way through the cheese and out very quickly. What this does, it introduces the oxygen to the inside of the cheese, and then the spores grow, thus producing the blue veins that we know are in the blue cheeses. Now, blue cheese can be used in a lot of different ways. You can have it on a plate with apples. You can mix it with a roux and a little cream, and you have a blue cheese sauce for gnocchis. Another way is you could add it to polenta and give that background flavor of blue cheese when you're eating polenta. Blue cheese is always used with like a penne or a smaller pasta, a smaller rigatoni, but you never use it with spaghetti or linguine. So either way you try Gorgonzola, you can try it on a piece of bread, on an apple, your pastas, but I'm telling you, try it. It's an incredible cheese, one of the famous cheeses of Italy. So from Al and Tony and Alba's Pizza, have a slice week. Oh, by the way, the best way I like to try Gorgonzola is just taking a bite of it fresh. Ciao.